Thank you, and thank you. Welcome to Saturday Night Football with Calvin Dean. The Calvin Dean Show, you guys, man, we have a great show for you tonight. How about Thursday Night Football? I told you guys, bet the over. And it's 66 points? Man, I tell you something. The Buccaneers and the Falcons went into overtime, and what a game that was, huh, guys? What a game that was, man. I mean, Baker Mayfield was on fire, but you can't say anything bad about Mr. Cousins himself. 509 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Wow. I mean, the guy I've never seen anything like it other than Tom Brady, right? In prime time, there's only 2 quarterbacks that have done that in prime time, over 500 yards, and that's Kirk Cousins and Tom Brady. Wow. That's something. That's something, guys. All right, we have tomorrow morning game. Tomorrow morning game at 6:30 a.m. Yes. 6:30 a.m. on the NFL Network, and we have the New York Jets playing in London against the Minnesota Vikings. They consider the Minnesota Vikings at home, and this is an interesting one. We have the 12th ranked offense of the Vikings. Vikings, mind you, are 4-0. And the 22nd offense of the Jets. The Jets' defense is 3rd, and the Vikings defense is 21st. Now, mind you, I think the Vikings, they do have that really amazing schemes, and I'm telling you something, that they're going to be blitzing 48% of the time. And just watch it. I don't know. I'm thinking they're going to try to get Rodgers to go to his left. And I think they'll scheme the blitzes and stuff to his right, so he has to run to the left, because when he goes left, he's not that accurate, especially now after his Achilles heel, his injury to tear. Now, think about it, guys. 41 years old. He looks like he's 41 years old when he's running around out there. He looks like a veteran quarterback, mind you. Good arm, still. But his whole persona was that scrambling and creating plays, and it's going to be tough for him to do that with the Minnesota Vikings defense. The rushing on the Jets is 27th. It's just terrible. I mean, it doesn't matter. What happens is that when you go overseas, it matters which team actually comes out of it, in the W. I mean, meaning it's just like a lot of the teams they don't know what to do. I mean, Jacksonville went out last year and they went 2 weeks in a row and they won 2 weeks in a row. It's how they prepare. I don't see the Vikings losing this game. I'm giving this up to the Minnesota Vikings in London. The next game, we have the Carolina Panthers going into Chicago, playing the Chicago Bears. Wow. Panthers are getting better. I mean, Hubbard is doing great. Chuba Hubbard, I mean, he's just really good. What a great fantasy pick on that one, guys. And, it's just... The Bears are getting better. I mean, you could just see the young Caleb Williams getting better and better, and it's exciting to see it. Exciting to see us. This game is going to be a good game. Just the Carolina Panthers, I think they'll keep it close. I really think they'll keep it close. It's going to be a tough one. I mean, the Bears are giving up 4 points. Wow. I mean, man, I would definitely, if I was, I think the Bears are going to win. I think they'll cover. I think they'll definitely cover. I really do. I think they'll cover. So I wouldn't worry about that at all, guys. And then, and same with the Minnesota Vikings. My Vikings are giving away 2.5 points. I think they'll definitely cover in that respect. So we have the next game we have, which is going to be a great game. I mean, this is one of the best games, I think, of the week, where you have the Baltimore Ravens, right, going into Cincinnati and playing the Cincinnati Bengals. And this is going to be an interesting game, man. You have the Baltimore Ravens offense. I mean, that rushing offense is just bar none, but nothing better. It's number one. And you have the number 24th rushing offense of the Bengals, right? You have the second-rated offense in the league is the Ravens, the second-rated, and they're 17th in passing. Defense is 13th. The Bengals are 16th on defense, and the passing on the Bengals is 8th. I mean, the Ravens, the backfield isn't that talented, but they are coming together. Hamilton, I just, I mean, there was analysts this morning. I was listening to NFL Network, and a lot of analysts were saying that a couple of them gave it up to the Bengals. Now, they did have the Bengals staff reporter on at the time, so hello. Let's just patronize, but I just can't see how they would just pick the Bengals in this game. I'm giving you this one up to the Baltimore Ravens over the Cincinnati Bengals in Cincinnati. Cincinnati, I haven't seen their defense come up yet. Their defense is terrible. The Buffalo Bills are going into Houston, playing the 3-1 Houston Texans. Bills are 3-1. You look at everything on paper. On paper, the Texans have an edge on paper, but the Bills have an edge with Mr. Allen. Now the Texans, they lost last week, and there was a surprise, right, to everyone. And the Bills got trounced by the Ravens. I think this is going to be an opening experience. I think the Buffalo Bills are going to beat Houston in Houston. Give it up to the Buffalo Bills in Houston. Yeah. The next game I have is the Colts. Yes, the Colts. And they're going into Jacksonville, playing the Jacksonville Jags. By the way, my upset special is the Buffalo Bills over the Houston Texans. I just wanted to let you guys know that is my upset special. The next game we have is the Indianapolis Colts going into Jacksonville, playing the Jacksonville Jags. I mean, it doesn't look like the starting quarterback is going to be starting for the Indianapolis Colts. Used to be Baltimore Colts, guys. Used to be. Excuse me. And the Indianapolis Colts. I mean, Anthony Richardson, he's still doubtful, very doubtful, but they have Joe Flacco. And the way Joe looks, I mean, the guy just throws touchdowns after touchdowns. I love him in this game. Love him in this game. The only bad thing of it is that Mr. Taylor is hurt, so they won't have the running prowess of Mr. Taylor. Wow. And Anthony Richardson out. I don't know. I have a feeling this is going to be a bounce back game. This is going to be a bounce back game for the Jacksonville Jags. They just have to win this game, and I think this is the game that they win, and give this up to the Jacksonville Jags over the Indianapolis Colts at home. So Jacksonville actually is giving up 3 points. I think they're going to win by that. I think they'll cover. I'll definitely think they'll cover. The next game I have is the Miami Dolphins going into the New England Patriots, and this is going to be interesting. The Patriots, the Miami Dolphins, they're just not doing it. I mean, Miami's giving up 1 point to the New England Patriots. I take that bet. I'm taking New England. So I take that bet. I would take -1. That's literally your best bet of the day right there. Is -1 to the New England Patriots. That's your lock. of the day, man, is that. I mean, that's a lock. The way the Dolphins are playing, and the way the New England Patriots, I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game. Maybe, just maybe. I know New England's going to win probably by a point or two, but it's going to be an ugly game. But give it up to New England Patriots. The next game, we had the Baltimore Ravens going into Cincinnati. I already spoke about that game, and Baltimore Ravens are favored by 2.5 points. I would definitely take that 2.5 points and take the Baltimore Ravens to beat up on the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm definitely gonna. That's a definite. I'm sorry, Cincinnati. You're not going to win that game. You're not going to win. The next game we have is the Arizona Cardinals. It's a 4:00 game. They're playing the San Francisco 49ers. This is, kind of an easy call, so to speak, and I'm giving this one up to the San Francisco 49ers over the Arizona Cardinals. It's a -7 game. I think the Cardinals. No, I think the Niners win by double digits. The next game we have the Las Vegas Raiders going into Denver, playing the Denver Broncos. Denver Broncos are giving up 3 points. Wow. The Raiders are hurt, and Devontae Adams had a whole thing that's going on with the Raiders. Bad juju. I'm giving this one up to the Denver Broncos in Denver. The next game we have is the Green Bay Packers going into Los Angeles. This is my lock of the week. My ultimate lock of the week is the Green Bay Packers going into Los Angeles, beating the Los Angeles Rams in Los Angeles. Sorry, Los Angeles, my friends, my family in Los Angeles, sorry about that, but the Green Bay Packers will beat the Rams. That's my lock of the week. All right, we got another Sunday game. We have the New York Football Giants going into Seattle, playing the Seattle Seahawks, who are on a roll. Neighbors on the Giants, the great wide receivers out. They don't have a running game. I'm sorry. New York Giants are not going to win without Malik Neighbors, on your offense. You're not going to win. Give it up to the Seattle Seahawks in Seattle. We have the next game. We have Sunday Night Football. We have the Dallas Cowboys going into Pittsburgh, playing the Pittsburgh Steelers. And the Pittsburgh Steelers are giving up 2.5 points. Wow. Their defense is really good, Pittsburgh. Their offense is suspect. Cowboys' defense is suspect. The Cowboys' offense it's kind of okay. The Pittsburgh Steelers, they have that defense, that can get to the quarterback. And I think they're just going to keep the Cowboys down. They're just going to pound the ball, drive, long drives, keep the Cowboys off the field. And when the Cowboys come on the field, the Steelers' defense are going to be well rested. I'm giving this one up to the Pittsburgh Steelers in Pittsburgh on Sunday Night Football. Anyway, the last game of the week is the New Orleans Saints. Yes, Francisco's New Orleans Saints going into Kansas City, playing the Kansas City Chiefs, and Monday Night Football with Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes, Derek Carr, Calvin Kamara, Olave. And, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to watch. I think it's going to be closer than everyone thinks. The Chiefs are giving up 5.5 points. I would take that in a heartbeat on the Saints' end. I think it's going to be a very, very close game. And I think that in the end, I think Kansas City's going to win, but like maybe 1 or 2 points. I think that 5.5 points are way too much for this game. Way too much. I think the Saints are too good for that. So give it up to the Kansas City Chiefs on Monday Night Football. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in to the Calvin Dean Show. And I'll see you guys next week. Thank you.